Hello and welcome to HP Calcs. I'm Rick, and today we're going to have a quick look at how to do trig functions on the Sharp EL-531XT calculator. To do this, we'll be using the sine, cos, and tan keys that are located here, as well as the second function key that looks like this, located here, and the x squared key with the x inverse second function that looks like this, located here. Now, these examples will all be using degrees, so the first thing we want to do is make sure our calculator is set to degrees mode. We can see what mode it's set to by looking up here on the top of the screen. You can see mine says DEG, meaning it's in degrees mode. But if yours is in rad or grad, you're going to need to change it. You can do this by pressing the DRG key here. You can see once I press it once, it changes to rad. Press it again to grad. And one more time to DEG. So press that button until you see DEG at the top there. All right, getting started with the basics. If we wanted to, for example, find the sine of 30 degrees, we would enter it as we write it. So we press sine 30 equals and get 0.5. Cosine the same way. So for cosine 30, we press cos 30 and equals 0.8660, and as well tan of 30 equals 0.5773, or rounded to 4. What about cosecant, secant, and cotangent? Well, to find this, we use the inverse of the answer for the corresponding function. So, for example, if we wanted the cosecant of 30 degrees, we would start by finding the sine of 30, and then using the inverse key, or the second function of the x squared key. So we go second function, x squared equals, and we get the cosecant of 30 degrees is equal to 2. For secant, we use cosine. So for secant 30 degrees, we go cos 30 equals, and then second function inverse equals 1.1547. And for cotangent, we use tan. So again, tan 30 equals, and then second function inverse equals, for a cotangent of 1.7321. This calculator can also be used to find the Arcsin, Arccos, and Arctan of a value. We do that by using the second function of sine, cosine, and tan, represented by this sine minus 1, cos minus 1, and tan minus 1. These Arcsin, Arccos, and Arctan functions are used to go from the result of, say, the 0.5 that we got from 30 degrees back to figure out how many degrees we used. So, for example, if we wanted to find out how many degrees were used to get 0.5, we would go second function sine 0.5 equals. And you can see this gives us 30, which is correct. For Arccos, again, second function cos, and here we had 0.8660 equals, and we get what would round to 30 degrees. And arctan, again, second function, tan, 0.5774, that's what we had, is equal to, again, what would round to 30 degrees. All right, I hope this helps, and good luck on those tests out there, everybody.